This is Vic Mendoza, and you're listening to the VM Underground show. VM Underground. VM Underground. On the phone with me right now, an honor to be totally talking to this guy, Dr. Steele. What's up, Dr. Steele?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little bit under the weather, fortunately.
Oh, really? Yeah. I had a rough night last night, so I'm barely here.
Ah, yes.
It's called Hangover.
I hear you. Fortunately for me, it's a sinus infection caused by God knows what that's in the air.
It's from all that traveling around, huh?
Well, yes, and I don't know if you're like me, but if you keep your eyes towards the skies, you'll see, I don't know if you're familiar with chemtrails at all.
Never even heard of it.
No, but if you look up, every once in a while you'll spot some clouds that aren't actually clouds. They run in straight lines, and those are actually manufactured.
Oh, okay.
Who knows what that's in? You'll see jets leaving what look like contrails, but in fact they are chemtrails.
Out here where I live, up here in Asperia,
yes.
We see a lot of test missiles.
Ah.
So it's like a normal thing. So like, you should be glad that you live in an area that knowing that you can look up to the sky and you see test missiles flying around. It's great.
Yes, it eases your state of mind, definitely.
Yeah. These days I'm going to wake up and that missile's going to be in my house.
Yes. Having a few myself.
Yeah, totally.
It's so darn expensive.
Totally. So you're based out here now. You're in L.A. and stuff like that. How's that going for you right now as being, an artist such as yourself? I mean, is it doing great for you, or is it...
Well, this is where it begins, I'm hoping to kind of act like a cancer and eat it from the inside out. So...
That's great.
And then, of course, I can spread across the globe.
Yes.
A series of baby steps, really.
Here and there. At least you're getting there.
Yes, exactly. Every single day, with every soldier. So it's good. It's a lot of work, and what I'm doing is there are so many different facets to what I have in mind, and it's not just music. There are so many different levels. Working towards those and having my fingers in all of those pies keeps me very, very, very busy at all times.
I was on your website, and you have a clip from, was it at the Jay Leno or something like that? The Leno Show?
Yes,
late night?
Yes, with Jay Leno.
Yeah.
That was...
and I seen you where you shot the puppet.
I take a large amount of pride in knowing that I was able to assassinate a puppet on national television.
That's really awesome.
I think I can die happy now.
Yes, exactly. That's the only thing that matters in life.
It's true. It's
the
true.
only thing. And being on that show, whatever, gave you a lot of mass exposure for that? I mean, did you get a lot of...
Yes, we got a lot of feedback.
As far as in the media and stuff like that, I mean, I see your face everywhere now. I mean, like online and stuff like that.
Yes, and thanks to my toy soldiers for that, really.
Yeah.
They've been really spreading the propaganda as much as possible, and as each person enlists, we send out recruitment orientation packages with stickers and such, and people put those stickers up absolutely everywhere.
Oh, yes, I got them, too. I got the stickers, believe me.
Good man.
What I wanted to also talk about was your music and stuff like that, and the releases that you have. How many were there, and is there going to be new stuff you're working on? Or
I'm always working on new stuff, and I'm really trying to find the time to finalize several songs that I have in the works that I'm very excited about. And this new collection is going to be available soon online. I'm working to get that all set up.
Great.
With a full color read-along booklet and art by myself and the lyrics and all this stuff. A few new songs on it as well. The goal really is to release all the ones that you see on the website. But at this time, it's simply funding. And being able to make that happen. But I have faith that in the near future I'll be able to release all of those.
Yeah, that's good. So, but it's not distributed or anything like that. We can only get it on your website.
It's true. It's my own doing. printed in my basement, basically.
Dr. Steele, how did that came about? I mean, what was the birth of Dr. Steele?
Well, I mean, it was a result of pretty much a psychological and spiritual breakdown that I had. I was working for a company for many years, and pouring my heart and soul into project after project that consistently got canceled. Mm-hmm. And I found myself, in essence, selling my soul for a measly bi-weekly paycheck, until my last-ditch effort was to present some of my very, very near and dear concepts to them, to which they immediately rejected, and shortly thereafter I was let go. And I basically had some time to spend by myself for a good couple of years, and during that time my priorities and self-awareness changed drastically, and it was then that I realized that I will never go back to work for someone else, and I will never pour my heart and soul into the pocketbooks of bankers. So that is where I'm at right now. I basically made the decision that I'm going to spend my own time and energy on my own agenda and my own property, if you will, and my own art, and pour every second of my life into it. And it's very, very difficult, but at the end of the day, I would rather be doing that and fail than be secure and a zombie. And a pixie just appeared in your room, apparently.
That's awesome, dude. That's totally awesome. Your website is phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your website is phenomenal. It's like an experience when you go on there. I showed all my friends.
Thank you.
When looking at all your plans and your future, what you're going to be doing, and that's just funny. It's funny stuff. I had to show everybody.
Thank you. It's very fun to do that kind of stick figure animation in Flash. It's so easy. It's pretty painless.
That's pretty cool, man. What can we expect with Dr. Steele now? I mean, what's going to happen?
Much more. I mean, there are so many different irons in the fire that, in terms of what's going to happen next, there's no telling. But there are many roads available and many doors open, and so it's very exciting. And this is a time that I'm feeling very, very optimistic about.
Right. I mean, musically, and even lyrically, what really inspires you, or who actually really inspires you to create this type of sound? Actually, it's really unique.
The sound itself. I mean, if you to speak musically, there are so many different influences. I mean, certainly, as a child, I spent a lot of time listening to soundtracks and listening to orchestral music, and that was my first kind of kickoff. People such as John Williams and Danny Elfman, and kind of the grandfather of all film music, Igor Stravinsky, doing that before music was really around. And actually, from there, from listening to Danny Elfman, that led me to, of course, Oingo Boingo. And then, I mean, influences range from Queen to Tom Waits, Pink Floyd to Pantera.
Wow.
And Nine Inch Nails. And, of course, the very talented and strange Michael Patton.
Yeah.
who's certainly an influence on me as well.
That's great. That's totally great. Land of the Lost.
Yes.
That's like one of the most awesome songs I've ever heard, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I play the hell out of it, man. It's a cool song.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's one of those shows that somehow changed during the course of reality, because I remember it being so good as a child, and this entire universe, this vast jungle, as a child sitting in front of the television, watching it and seeing these real dinosaurs run around, and then years and years later, rewatching it again for the first time and going, that looks like a very small soundstage.
Yeah.
Plastic potted plants. So I think someone has been systematically going in and replacing the episodes.
Yeah.
The same kind of thing happened with H.R. Puffin stuff, apparently.
Oh, yeah, I remember. The Sid and Marty Krofft Hour, I believe that was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, all those shows. Those shows were great. Totally great. So you doing everything on your own and stuff like that, I mean, you get any help at all? Is this frustrating for you, or is it enjoyable to you?
Well, I mean, it is a constant battle. I mean, really, and it's the basis of which I make all decisions. Uh-huh. Because every dime has to go into it. So, there is no frivolous spending on anything. I mean, currently at the time, I'm living off of savings. It's not like I, take my goggles off and go work at Kmart. So it doesn't happen that way. So it's something that I am pouring so much into, and I'm willing to sell my furniture for. On the upside, I have been obtaining more and more very supportive, loyal toy soldiers who just happen to be talented as well and are ready to help me do things like a music video or videotape the show and help edit it and all this. It's very, very nice to have such a loyal
fan base, actually, too. But being like this show that you have and being an entertainer and stuff like that, being in L.A., in California, is that, challenging for you?
It is, and, I mean, as I'm sure you are aware, if you're doing what everyone else is doing and you're going very mainstream, it seems to be a little bit easier to be packaged, by those who have the power to package you.
Right.
But when you're kind of going off the beaten path and you're doing something a little bit new and unique, then those who are in the positions of power tend to be, I believe, tend to be a little bit threatened and confused as to how is this going to make me money, regardless of whether it's good or not. That's besides the point. But in terms of it being challenging, it is most definitely challenging.
I would figure, especially in a big city like that.
Yes, of course. But at the same time, I think that many people have been appreciative and excited about the fact that I am doing something different.
Lord Genocide supports Dr. Steele's quest for global conquest.
That's a good man.
Yes, we're going to help you, dude. We're trying to get enough people to vote so you can kick Bush out of the office.
That is fantastic. Love each and every one of you.
Totally. Again, let me go. You were here live on the VM Underground and CrushRadio.com, and we're with Dr. Steele. And Dr. Steele, how do the other people, like the other artists and stuff that you like, maybe like do you play with other bands and stuff like that? And how do they react to that?
Well, it's been very, very positive. We recently played with a band named Scum Love and a band named Otto's Daughter, both of which generally headline, and they were so supportive, so nice to work with, that they were willing to open for me, and after the show, basically said, we'd love to do it again.
Oh, wow, that's great.
That is extremely rare, and it shows, the merit of.
If I would have been still in, because I came from a death metal background, played in death metal bands and stuff like that. I think if I were to come to your show, I'd be like, what the hell is this? And of course I would appreciate it. I would have to really see the show,
Sure, and it was fantastic. I mean, the response from those who came to see the opening bands, contacted me and said, my God, I had no idea, but sign me up for your army, so it's been very positive.
Wow, that's cool. That's totally cool.
Tremendous.
Well, good luck, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, totally good luck with everything that you do. I hope to hear more stuff.
Indeed, indeed. There is always more on the horizon. That's why I get up in the morning.
That's cool. As long as you don't trip over your slippers.
Yes, the bunny slippers.
Maybe some loose robot parts laying around the house or something like that.
You have to be careful about that.
Hey, where'd you find your nurses anyway?
Where'd I find them?
Yeah, how'd you get the nurses?
Well, there's an application form online.
Oh, really?
Yes, when you enlist in the Army of Toy Soldiers, you also have the option to become a Toy Scout, which is a female, or a nurse, which is also female. And basically, I have nurses all over the world, kind of waiting for when I come into town. And the two that are in the show currently are absolute total angels, responsible and talented and completely enthusiastic, done a fantastic job. So, very happy with them, but the Army grows daily.
That's really cool. I don't think I could be in a band with hot chicks. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. I'll get myself too much trouble.
Some members of our band get a bit distracted.
Yeah, I bet. I have talked to bands that, is it really frustrating with you having hot chicks in a band? You know?
Yes.
Oh, jeez. I'd be like staring at their butt the whole entire show. Totally.
Yes, which is kind of the point in terms of entertaining the audience, for sure.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Stuck, I'm going to move on with the rest of the show, and I totally thank you so much. Go ahead and plug in your web address.
All righty, yes, you can go to drsteele.com, and that is spelled out DOCTORSTEEL.com.
Yes, we've been trying to get as much exposure for you out here, especially out in the high desert and stuff like that as well.
Much appreciated, much appreciated.
Yeah, we love your stuff, totally love your stuff. We're going to kick it off with Land of the Lost. We'll be back with you guys in just 1 minute.